Hello, Soma educators! This video walks through how the brain processes reading, how the branches of FAST reading assessment measure those processes, and how to use information from FAST to set interventional goals. To begin, let's look at how CBM reading, a fluency-based measure, is an important indicator of how a student's brain is processing written language. In the brain of a fluent reader, in 200 milliseconds, the visual signal transmits to recognition centers almost instantaneously, meaning there is almost no cognitive load spent on recognizing the printed text. When this process isn't automatic, the brain of a struggling reader has to engage a different neural pathway, which takes both the additional time of a half second or more, as well as increasing the cognitive load just to identify the print. So why do we care if students have automaticity when they can figure out the words? Isn't reading about comprehension? Without a doubt, the purpose of reading is to gain meaning, so comprehension is absolutely the ultimate goal. However, consider a student who is trying to synthesize a nonfiction text, a fiction passage, and a video for similarities in theme. If a student doesn't have the automaticity of immediate word recognition, then he must spend part of his cognitive load on figuring out the words, resulting in reading at a reduced rate. This means he has less cognitive power available to use for synthesis, as well as having less time to synthesize than his fluent peers. If a student doesn't have the automaticity for success, the question is, why? Brain research indicates that when students don't have fluency reading connected text, it's often because there's a lack of automaticity in one or more foundational skills. This is where early reading tasks allow us to either identify a student's need or confirm mastery over foundational skills. So, why assess CVC nonsense words and not actual words that contain meaning? Because known words are stored in different regions of the brain and have different pathways. The nonsense word subtest suggests the automaticity of blending abilities, indicating whether blending is an automatic skill or whether students are processing. Students who have low blending abilities can often succeed through the primary and some of the intermediate grades. However, when they reach upper elementary and middle school grades, the cognitive load required by trying to figure out words and the volume and complexity of required texts can often overwhelm the amount of cognition they have, and comprehension can suffer. The assessments of instruction may look different though. For instance, the test measuring nonsense words is designed to see if the brain pathways are automatic for blending sounds. If a student needs instruction in this area, practice the skill while using actual word families and building vocabulary at the same time. Multiple repetitions will build the fluency as well as the vocabulary. Through our explicit instruction of the needed foundational skills, we can train the brain's pathways and create the needed automaticity. The foundational skill fluency will support automaticity of reading connected text, increasing speed and reducing cognitive load, so that our students can focus on comprehension, the whole purpose of reading. Remember, instruction in these foundational skills is an essential component of reading, but it's only one part of our balanced literacy instruction. Our continual challenge is to use all of our assessment data, FAST and running records, to adjust our teaching and help our students continue to grow.